One big mistake I always make in this life is I am not a selfish person. I care about a lot of people, and that will bring my death one day. That will bring my death.
In the last quarter of 2023, the name Very Dark Man started spreading across social media as a result of public feuds with few influencers and skincare vendors like Nkechi Blessing, Jenny's Glow Skincare, and Gislover's blog. Within the space of 2 months, he had gone from being relatively unknown to social media notoriety. His rise to fame came as a shock to many, as this was the first time in a generation an individual would gain popularity from activism, especially through social media. To be clear, VDM is not the only individual partaking in activism, as we have people like Mr. Macaroni, Faust, and Showore who have been active as political activists. But VDM is one of the only non-political activists of our time. That said, VDM has become more popular for his controversial opinions and actions than for his activism. In 2023, sometime between August and September, VDM criticized popular skincare merchant/vendor Jenny's Glow for selling bad skincare products to the public after a lady accused the brand of selling items that damage their skin. The lady claimed that instead of Jenny's Glow to admit wrongdoing and possibly refund her money, the brand decided to use their power and connection to arrest and try to silence her from speaking out in order not to drive away existing and potential customers. VDM heard about the young lady's predicament and decided to take on Jenny's Glow. His actions led to widespread support from thousands of Nigerians. He then went on to upload a recorded video of Nafdac sealing one of Jenny's Glow's branches in Abuja after it was discovered to have used a fake Nafdac number to market some of their products. Encouraged by his success, he expanded his efforts to confront vendors selling products without Nafdac numbers, as well as businesses partaking in defrauding customers on social media. In September of 2023, VDM became even more popular after he made a video requesting for a DNA test to be made on the late Mohbad's son. In the video, VDM planted the seeds of suspicion when he advised Mohbad's family to take a DNA test on the boy to ascertain whether the child truly belonged and was related to the late singer. This video went viral and caused a lot of controversy, with many people criticizing for being insensitive as well as others showing their support for this opinion. Without a doubt, VDM's influence on the Justice for Mohbad's movement cannot be understated, for better or worse. Very Dark Man's real name is Martin Vincent Ose, and he was born in 1996. Although some other sources claim that he was born on the 8th of April 1991, which would make him 33 years old instead of 27 or 28, which most sources claim he is right now. He hails from Edo State and attended Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa as well as University of Lagos, where he pursued a degree in business administration, although this is unconfirmed. VDM openly admits that he lives an average life and tries to keep his private life hidden from the public. With the introduction out of the way, it's time to address if Very Dark Man is an activist, an instigator, or a conspiracy theorist. So I'll divide the next section of the video into 3 parts, which I'll call the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the activist/investigator/social commentator. Without a doubt, VDM is a very passionate and intelligent young man who embodies both the activist and the investigator archetype. Below the surface of his controversial personality is an individual that has put himself out there to help other people solve complex challenges as it pertains to abuse of power and defrauding. His actions taken to help others is the reason he started to get popular in the first place. A prime example is when he stepped in to help the young lady who claimed that Jenny's Glow were trying to silence her when the product she bought from them damaged her skin. VDM jumped headfirst and brought attention to the matter. Another example is when he used his platform to bring attention to the bullying issue between 2 TikTok influencers, where one named Cute Gemini, who used to be Lil Froshi's ex-girlfriend, used her connections to lock up a fellow influencer called Nikki Barbie in the police station until she was freed a few days later. He created a couple of videos to bring attention to the matter. Going through his contents, I have seen many videos where he plays himself as a fixer and an activist against individuals who want to use their power to oppress others. He has proven to be very brave and fearless when placed in opposition with powerful people, which ultimately makes him seem more powerful. Another major positive aspect from VDM is his investigative skills. Without a doubt, VDM is very intelligent and has the ability to connect the dots that most people would miss. And for some reason, he's able to fill in the blanks and unravel things that most people would usually not see. Although this is also a major aspect of his personality too. In a different life, VDM should have become an undercover police officer and work for the DSS or CIA or FBI if he was a Yankee, but I guess he has chosen to be an influencer instead. The bad, the troll/instigator. Unfortunately, for all the good that VDM does, his controversial actions and opinions has made him very divisive. On one hand, his supporters like him for his intelligence, activism and trolling, while on the other hand, his critics dislike him for his insensitivity and arrogance, among many other negative habits. One of VDM's biggest faults is the fact that he talks too much and has an opinion for everything and speaks in a condescending manner when addressing his viewers concerning various topics, suggesting that he has a superiority complex. VDM made a name for himself by trolling people like Gist Lovers, Tonto Dike, Iyabo Ojo, Blessing CEO, Yemoli, and so many others. VDM's habit of giving unsolicited opinions about topics unrelated to him, as well as the habit of always replying criticism, has made him highly disliked by so many people. But the main reason many people despise him is his role as an instigator. A good example is VDM's role in sowing the seed of confusion and derailing the Justice for Mohbad movement through his many conspiracy theories and divisive rhetorics. In a video he released in September/November 2023, where he said Wunmi Aloba is his number one suspect.
Right, as of now, Mohbad wife is now my number one suspect for this whole thing.
He came up with a couple of reasons why he felt she was hiding something and trying to shift attention from her. I can't lie, his reasons were quite convincing, but with a bit of patience, a lot of his opinions can be countered.
Now, the day Mohbad died, barely 24 hours later, like even I think that same day, the wife made straight 8 posts on her story. Straight 8 posts on her story. There was no time to mourn. The thing did not take her by surprise. Do you understand? There was no surprise. So if the breadwinner, you just heard that your breadwinner bye, the first thing you do was to pick up your phone and start telling the general public. It's a celebrity. The news was going to come to everybody. The blogs were going to hear it. Why were you the one rushing to go and talk? And now, she's not, the posts she was making, yeah, all the posts were not about him. The posts were about her. Do you understand? Everything included her. Now, her in a way where she was taking everything. She was not making her. She was trying so hard not to make herself a suspect so that nobody is going to talk about her. Now, let me read all those posts she made so that you people understand what I'm talking about. Bros, if they put me for this guy, I swear I'll catch. Yeah? Now, see, this is why I'm telling you that she's my number one suspect. The first post, she said, somebody should help me. I can't do this alone. Now, this person did this thing and used 3 crying emoji. People that are seriously hurt forget emojis. I'll tell you for free, and I'm telling you, they forget emojis. Do you understand? Unless you are so strong, then you remember. But you see emojis, let's leave that one aside. Number 2, she posted another picture of their throwback, and she said, our love story was a different one. We fought really hard to be here. I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. Now, let's start by circling the word I, which is representing herself. Do you understand? Now, we had so many plans. 2 responsibilities have now become 1. Talking about herself again. You were my ride or die. Talking about herself again. I really tried my best. I really tried my best to make you stay. Now, all this post, yeah, all this post is trying to move. I don't know what she's trying to hide, but I will tell you for free that all her post of that day was about moving the old suspicions away from her place. This is what you pay me back after 10 years. Ileri Oluwa, Josh Anumi, we take an emoji again. And this is the part where she literally just shot herself on the foot. She said, I became a wife on this day. This nigger, calling the man that just died, that you love, a nigger, psycho nigger. This nigger is so intentional about me, trying to tell people how important, again, she is to her. This nigger struggled, again, nigger, person where just by where you love. where you love, nigga. It's so intentional about me. No one is perfect, but he always makes sure make sure I don't lack in every area.
From the video, I would dissect 3 reasons that he used to establish her guilt. The number 1 reason he gave was the fact that she released a couple of posts to talk about the death of her husband less than 48 hours of his passing, as well as the fact that she used a lot of emojis to convey emotions, which VDM considered as being suspicious. The second reason was that Wunmi used the word nigger to describe her recently deceased husband. The third reason was that she sounded very selfish when she was talking in the post. As for the first reason, I'll talk about it last, so it can lead me to the next big reason why VDM may be very disliked. So I'll start with number 2. And the reason he gave to establish her guilt was that she was calling Mohbad nigger just a few days after his death. Well, I want to believe that Mohbad used the word a lot, as you may have heard in many of his hit songs and so many other songs that are not popular. That is why she may have used the word, because it was something that they frequently used in their relationship. The second reason, which is number 3, is that she sounded very selfish in the way she wrote most of her posts. I don't think selfishness is a crime. It may be immoral, but it is not criminal. Unfortunately, a lot of people are very selfish, including but not limited to Wunmi Aloba. It's far more common to see selfish people than unselfish people. In fact, Mohbad's father has expressed himself in a very selfish manner so many times since the death of his son. A very good example, which rivals the post posted by Wunmi, is Mohbad's father's tribute that he made to his son, the tribute album. On the album art, his face is plastered in the center twice, while the son, whom he made the tribute to, is placed in a small top corner of the album art, which strongly suggests a high level of selfishness and a desire for attention. Compare this album to other tribute albums and you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Now to the number 1 reason on the list, which was the fact that she released a couple of posts in less than 48 hours of her husband's demise, as well as using emojis to convey her emotions. Well, you have to remember that Mohbad's father also had his infamous first interview barely 48 hours of his son's passing too. In fact, his own was even way worse, considering the fact that he bent his son's neck to fit into a small coffin and buried him in such a unkempt gravesite, among many other blunders. These were 2 of the closest people to him taking similar actions that look suspicious, but that does not establish guilt. The last part, which involves emojis, is a little ridiculous, as a lot of people express themselves and grieve in different ways. The use of emojis is not an establishment of guilt. Even though VDM may have felt suspicious with all this, the way he asserted himself without framing it that these are just allegations was very dangerous, because he kept talking with so much assertion, with this belief that he knew everything, that the case was locked short, and if he felt like he was onto something, he should have collaborated with the police rather than just coming to the internet and just talking in that manner, because by doing that, as time went on, we have seen the impact of it. Now, this was not the first video where his opinions instigated the public against Wunmi, but this may have been the most convincing and damaging, as what he said in the video about asking Wunmi to tell the public what truly happened to her husband.
May the wife come tell us what happened to the boy. If she come tell us, auntie, come and tell us what you know. No be by me, you rush go post in order to come on yourself from inside the OT. Come tell us what you know. Has
continued to be a dominant narrative to this day. Even if his intelligence was able to fill in the blanks and connect the dots, all his opinions were simply allegations and not rooted in concrete evidence and facts, as he was not there when the series of events that led to Mohbad's death happened. As I said, if he was truly interested in the case, he should have found a way to work with the police as a consultant rather than spreading unsubstantiated claims on social media, which has sown the seed of confusion and totally derailed the Justice for Mohbad movement. His habit of being an instigator came alive again when he decided to put his mouth in the issue between Queen of BBN and Lord Lamba. He clearly took Lord Lamba's side and even dragged Nasty Black into the drama, But my real problem with his behavior was telling Queen's fiancé that he's not her first choice, that he would have a lot of problem with the relationship, and that he's just wasting his time.
So the guy that she wants to marry now, see, if I were you, I won't marry that girl. Do you understand? I won't marry that girl because you are a second choice. You are not the first choice. The only reason why they won't marry you now because say the Lord Lamba no one marry her. Do you understand? And what it does, Lord Lamba look like somebody that is responsible enough to want to be married? Does he look like he want to be married? That boy still the chop life. You try to use Bele hold the boy, you no work. No, that's what it is. So the guy that she won't marry now, I pity you. This just man advice, I pity you, man. It doesn't look like you're loved. You are a second choice. I can guarantee you that marriage, hiccups will go full inside.
And I believe that this is very uncalled for. Like, it's wrong. That kind of, why, what is your business? It's their life. You just coming and just talking like that is very problematic. Hypocrisy. The number one problem of talking too much is that you will most likely negate yourself and Messian. So watch these videos and confirm for yourself.
See this follow See, Jesus.
Yes, very dark man talks too much. Did you watch that video? Did you see what those girls are doing on that live? Those girls literally come out Bobby outside. That first starts. Come out the Bobby. No be say she come out Bobby for live. Well, almost 500 people they watch. Then she put her account number under. That's live. That's Instagram live. Now imagine the younger followers that these girls have. And now these youths now you want make government take serious. These are the youths that you want the government to take serious. Only in the name of nobody cares how you make money, just make money. See what our girls they turn to. These are supposed to be the future mothers of tomorrow. Within all these ones won't raise, within all this one won't train. I am pretty sure you people have seen this picture going viral. I even saw it on Facebook. Somebody said, no, they don't rush, go leak this guy nude. That video, that picture you people have seen that is going viral, they got it from the video I posted on the 8th of April 2022. I made that video. It's on my page. Go check Dread by Black. Check this page. It's there. It's my birthday post. It shock you. If you check Dread by Black, check the highlights. You see the kind of things I used to do before. I told you all I used to be a sexual content creator and I was making mad money from it. Sexual content creator. I didn't do porn. I was a sexual content creator where people pay me money to show sexy on a video call or they get my videos. You understand? Or pictures. Do you understand? I don't think there was the time where I gave anybody a complete nude. I've forgotten, but if there is, they can actually post it. Thank God, say the level they okay.
The ugly, the conspiracy theorist. VDM has shown signs of conspiracy thinking through the many videos and opinions he has stated. This aspect of his personality shined very well during the Justice for Mohbad period in late 2023. This aspect of his personality is his most dangerous yet because through his ability to connect the dots, real or not, he was able to excite the public with conspiracy theories that has poisoned the heart of so many Nigerians towards the lead singer's wife. Now, for an understanding of the concept of conspiracy theory, a conspiracy theory is an explanation for an event or situation that asserts the existence of a conspiracy by a powerful and sinister group manipulating the narrative in a certain direction or keeping the truth from the public. Conspiracy theories are reinforced by secular reasoning, meaning that both evidence against the conspiracy or lack of evidence for it are interpreted as an evidence of the truth. What this means in simple English is that if you cannot find a reason for the conspiracy or you can find the reason for the conspiracy, both are still perfectly okay. That's why you can never convince a conspiracy theorist or somebody that believes in a conspiracy. Whether you say, where's your proof? Where is your evidence? They'll say the reason why there's no evidence or proof is because of the conspiracy. So whether it is there's no evidence or there's evidence, it is designed in such a way that you cannot falsify it. You get, and it's impossible to change the mind of a person that has that conspiracy thinking. And usually conspiracy theories increase in prevalence in periods of widespread anxiety and uncertainty. Like during that period of Mohbad, a lot of people were feeling very uncertain and anxious because they didn't know whether justice was going to happen, and they didn't believe that such a terrible event would just go and just be swept under the carpet. So the anxiety led them to anything that will make their mind calm down. So anybody that could calm down with an explanation was helping them. It's very difficult for people to believe that some things can be random, that Bumi may have found a nurse that was not a very good nurse, or that The fight that happened the day before Mohbad's passing are just things that happen. They don't want to believe that such events can be random. To manage their anxiety, they have to come up with conspiracy theories to make it make sense. The randomness creates anxiety in their psyche. Historically, conspiracy theories have been closely linked to prejudice, propaganda, witch hunts, wars, and genocides. Conspiracy theories can be very dangerous when taken to the extreme. A good way to find a conspiracy theorist is in their use of the word they, usually meaning a group of powerful people secretly manipulating public opinion and perception in favor of their own narrative.
Everybody just talk to me, bah. I told you it was never about justice for Mohbad. They wanted to pin it on him because everybody have an hidden agenda. And like I said, there's somebody somewhere that's financing the movement. Mohbad's wife is being 100% manipulated. They know what happened to the boy. These other people hijacked it. They are trying so hard. Anybody will just mention the wife's name. They don't want hear ram. They don't want hear ram. They don't want us here say a lot of things. Do you understand? They don't want to hear it.
And in VDM's case, the they he kept referring to were usually Tonto Dike, Gist Lovers, Naamali, Iyabo Ojo, Wumi Aloba, Wumi's mother, and a few other unknown people secretly controlling things from behind the shadow. The proliferation of his conspiracy theories has led to death threats being issued towards the lead singer's young wife, who is presently in hiding as of the time of making this particular video. His conspiracy theories were exciting enough to get other people to spread these theories until he became dominant in pop culture. He was able to gather a small army of supporters, usually online, to go and bully Wumi Aloba as well as many of his critics. So this is my analysis. As they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Unfortunately, for all the good that VDM does, his negative aspect seems to outshine his positive. In his desire to stop abuse of power and bullying, he has abused his power and bullied so many other people. He was briefly arrested earlier this year by Tonto Dike and Iyabo Ojo for cyberbullying, and the case is still ongoing. He has also been accused of misogyny by many women, but I will not talk about this in this particular video. I think I'll talk about it in a future video. Personally, I would describe him as an extremely opinionated and arrogant know-it-all who is acting recklessly because of a false sense of security that he has placed his faith in. I don't know whether it's his physical strength or maybe he has some connections he has built as he has become more popular and more famous. Unfortunately, high IQ is not enough because a healthy dose of humility goes a long way in dealing with human beings so as not to create enemies. But I don't think VDM cares about creating enemies because as of today, he has standing beef with Jenny's Glow, Nkechi Blessing, Blessing CEO, Yemoli, Iyabo Ojo, Tonto Dike, Ubi Franklin, Wumi Aloba, Queen from Big Brother Nigeria, Nasty Black, Fina, Asisat Oshoala, the famous footballer, Kataife, Mercy Aigbe, Daddy Freeze, and so many people. His prideful attitude and divisive opinions may be his downfall eventually. At this point, a lot of people are so tired of seeing him and his opinions, but one of the most popular bloggers in Nigeria is also one of his biggest promoters and supporter, and that person is Tunde Ednut. People have begged Tunde Ednut to stop pushing VDM's content on his followers, but unfortunately Tunde Ednut does not care, as he knows that most of VDM's content drive engagement, for better or worse. If you like or disliked what you heard in this particular video, please drop a comment, and if you like this video and you enjoyed it, please like the video. Also, subscribe to the channel for more content related to the psychology of pop culture. My name is Kola, and I'll see you on my next videos. Bye for now.